May it be an evening star.
Rubbish. Hello and welcome to our reflection for June. My name is Robin and I'm the lead chaplain for Community and Mental Health, Somerset NHS Foundation Trust. This June, it will be 3 years since we planted an apple tree at the Geranium Trust to mark our expression of hope at the start of the COVID pandemic. 3 years ago, we also started to meet online every Thursday to provide an opportunity to commemorate, reflect, and encourage each other. Welcome to this space. We always began by lighting a candle to create space and time which is set aside from our day-to-day busyness. And if it is safe for you to join me, I invite you to light a candle as I light mine. As we watch the flame, we start to slow down. We focus on our breath and we plant our feet firmly on the ground. We make connection with ourselves and we start to notice where we are making contact. Thoughts are allowed to come and go as we deepen our awareness around ourselves. And we think of our own rootedness, the traditions and stories we draw strength, hope, and courage from. And we draw in light and hope. We pull it up and send it out into every part of our being. And we infuse ourselves with light, love, and courage, so that we start to feel able to also think of others and send them thoughts of loving kindness. This first poem is written by Ada Limon and it's called Instructions on Not Giving Up.
More than the fuchsia funnels breaking out of the crabapple tree, more than the neighbour's most obscene display of cherry limbs shoving their cotton candy blossoms to the slate sky of spring rains, it's the greening of the trees that really gets to me. When all the shock of white and taffy, the world's baubles and trinkets, leave the pavement strewn with the confetti of aftermath, the leaves come. Patient, plodding, a green skin growing over whatever winter did to us. A return to the strange idea of continuous living, despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. Fine then, I'll take it, the trees seem to say. A new slick leaf unfurling like a fist to an open palm. I'll take it.
During the first lockdown of the pandemic, we were plunged into a world of isolation and quiet. Much was very unknown, and we did not know what the next weeks, months, or even years would bring. For many, it was also an opportunity to reconnect with nature. Being in the garden, hearing the buzz of insects and the song of birds. Our normal patterns of living and relating were interrupted, and we had to find new ways to connect and to find substance. And perhaps within, we found kernels of hope which had been dormant for a very long time.
The Seed Shop by Muriel Stewart. Here in a quiet and dusty room they lie, faded as crumbled stone and shifting sand, forlorn as ashes, shriveled, scentless, dry, meadows and gardens running through my hand. Dead that shall quicken at the voice of spring, sleepers to wake beneath June's tempest kiss. Though birds pass over unremembering, and no bee find here roses that were his. In this brown husk, a dale of hawthorn dreams, a cedar in this narrow cell is thrust, that shall drink deeply at a century's streams. These lilies shall make summer on my dust. Here in their safe and simple house of death, sealed in their shells, a million roses leap. Here I can stir a garden with my breath, and in my hand a forest lies asleep.
Most of us have had an opportunity to plant something, maybe a tree, or some bulbs, sunflower seeds, or tending to a pot of parsley on a windowsill. In these moments, we become co-creators. We enable something to grow and thrive. Often, it's about finding the right place and the right growing conditions. We can do this for our inner lives too. Is there something I need to attend to? Is an idea emerging which needs space? Have I had a dream that I need to honor? What do I need that nurtures and sustains my hope? As the Trees by Hilary Allen.
As the trees unburden their leaves, preparing for the harshness of winter, we also need to learn to let go. As the trees draw sufficiency by rooting deep within the earth, we also need to learn to be nourished. As the trees cease fruitfulness, dormant in seeming nothingness, we also need to learn to be at rest. As the trees withstand cruel storms, yet will in their own time bud anew, we also need to learn to find peace and to grow.
I will now extinguish my candle to signify that our reflection today has ended. But I wish us all creativity, hope, and endurance on the next steps of our individual and collective journeys.